Since the 2008 recession, unemployment in the United States has skyrocketed, and it is getting harder and harder for college students to find immediate employment after graduation. This has created a population of boomerang students who return to live with their parents or go back to school while searching for a job.
People aren't able to find a job, or they're finding out that because of the economic downturns that have happened in the last, really the last 10 years, right? That the skills that they received while they were in college didn't meet the expectations of the employer, right? Or that there were jobs that they thought they were going to get that have, either crumbled away because of the economic downturn. So let's say you got a fine arts degree while you were here, and while that's a really great degree, it doesn't necessarily lend itself to a corporation job or those kinds of things. So you're running into where students are going out, or people who are graduating are going out in the workforce and finding that the workforce has shrunk, the job opportunities aren't there as much as they were, and so people are being more picky, right, about the types of people they hire. This is true with my students that I see when they're seniors, is that they find out that there are people who have their same degree, who have 5 years of experience, that are getting hired versus them who are fresh out of college because of the economic downturn, and that the number of people out there asking for jobs and the number of jobs is very disparate. It's very disproportionate, right? So that's really the problem with the boomerang kind of notion, is that they're coming back here hoping that they can gain more skills or education that will help them get a job in the long run, right? Or help them into another new career that they didn't really think about because their degree didn't push them in that direction.
In 5 years, I see myself with a steady job and a steady paycheck, a job that I'm satisfied with, working on paying off some of my college loan debt, and hopefully I'll be able to travel some places and see the world a little bit.
In 5 years, like I said, I'm a hospitality and tourism management major. I can see myself possibly doing international kinds of business between different hotels and hotel chains around the world. Ever since I've been a little kid, travel has been my true passion. It's always been my favorite thing, just learning new things about different cultures and different places. So that's something I've always been interested in doing, and definitely a career that I want to pursue and succeed in.
In 5 years, I see myself having a teaching job, working on getting my doctorate degree, and beginning to flip homes part-time.
Well, I damn well better be graduated. And I see myself working as an art educator in a school, probably in Raleigh or Chapel Hill.
While some students come into college with a career pathway in mind, 60% of college graduates don't find a job in their chosen field immediately after college. Graduates are having to learn to apply their skills to a number of positions.
We have a legislative body that believes that getting a college degree should be about you learning a job-specific skill, right? That you should go into what we call STEM. You should either be a science, technology, education, or math major right now, and that they believe that those degrees equal a straight-to-job application, right? That you're going to go straight into the workforce as soon as you leave here, which is actually true of all college students. It may not be that their first choice is what they get, right? All college students end up in some sort of job. It may not be the job that they wanted, right? So they're all getting employed, right? Do I think college students are prepared for the workforce, or I think they'll get a job? Certainly they will, right? I think we have to get out of this notion that even as someone who has a PhD, my first job out of college was not what I'm doing today, right? And I think that's a very old notion of how education and how the job market works, is that if you get a degree, then you're going to go straight into your choice of employment, particularly with the economic downturn. I said that again, and then particularly with the changing of industries that exist in the United States.
I think it really depends on what they're interested in. Some fields, it's nearly a necessity to go on to graduate school. Philosophy, if you intend to pursue philosophy as a vocation, then you pretty much have to go to graduate school. If there's another field that you're in, for instance, librarianship, then generally you will need to get a master's degree to pursue that. Most academic libraries and many public libraries require that you have an MLS, which is the Master of Library Science. I think things have gotten a lot more specialized, and so yeah, I think some fields just require more in the way of education and training than others.
My brother is a police officer, and my brother got his, he has a high school diploma and academy training to be a police officer. And he's been a police officer now for a little over 10 years. He went up to be promoted in his department, and was not promoted because the other people that were up for promotion had a master's degree in criminal justice, right? So he got lapsed, even though he has the experience, right? He got lapsed in that experience because that department preferred a person who had less amount of years but had a master's degree in criminal justice, and they're a police officer. Because my brother hadn't had a college degree, right, and also a master's degree, he kind of lost out, right?
I think that college it means a lot more than your particular degree. I think potential employers out in the field, when they see a college degree, that means first and foremost, I think that you had the wherewithal to be able to do it. Your field of specialty is important, of course, but I think that what you learn in college really become life skills. You learn the people who are really going to be able to help you. You learn equally the people who are just going to waste your time. And these are skills. These are skills, and you pick up on that kind of thing, time management, you name it. And so I think you're very well prepared for the world out there with a college degree.
A lot of our degree-seeking students, they have to do an internship anyway. That internship is very valuable, right? That you get some experience. And the way I look at it is like, why would you ever say you're going to do something for the rest of your life if you've never experienced it, right? I wanted to be a marriage counselor when I was in undergraduate school because I thought I could fix the divorce issue. And I realized through my internship that because I was working with a mediation center that worked with dealing with divorces and helping them split up their stuff amicably, I didn't want to be in that atmosphere. I didn't want to deal with the emotional side of that discussion. So I realized that wasn't for me because I had an internship, but I planned all my career out to be that way. So some of the things don't work, but the sense is, again, is that if you think you know what you want to do, then you need to think about, one, getting experience with that while you're in school, not afterwards. You need to take on any opportunity you can to get that experience, right? And even high-profile experiences. Get internships that take you beyond the limits of your own community, right? Don't just take an internship here in Boone because it's convenient. And why not apply for those kind of high-profile state internships or going to D.C.? Those things shine for employers. And that might even be the competitive edge sometimes when it comes to someone who has 5 or 10 years of experience, right?